Today we are going to discuss regarding the hospital departments. So in that there are several departments. So first of all, first is the outpatient department. So in that, as I said, that which department we can consider as a outpatient department. So in this department, the patient who is come with a complaint of the acute diseases like fever, cough, or cold, and patient is not admitted in this department. Okay, so only doctor give prescribed drugs and some counseling or some care to the patient in this department. So for there are several activities which is done in this department. First is a consultation with doctor, then second one is undergo investigation. So if there is any need of investigation or diagnosis, so doctor prescribe the patient about the lab reports like blood report and urine report. Then minor procedure includes first aid or such massages or some care of the small injuries. So in this type of procedures which are done in the outpatient department. Then health education. So mainly health education can be provided by the doctors and nurses. Then receive specialty services. So specialty services also is available at the outpatient department. Then rehabilitation services, as we learned already about the rehabilitation. So rehabilitation means it is a one type of care which is provided to the patient to control any type of complication. Okay, if any person is suffering from cancer and he or she is in a first stage of cancer, so doctor is trying to uh, do that type of care through patient does not produce any type of complication. So that care we can consider as a rehabilitation care or rehabilitation services, which is also provided at the OPD or outpatient department. So mainly there are several OPDs which are situated in the hospitals like medical OPD, then surgical OPD, obstetric and gynec OPD, ophthalmology, ENT, pediatrics OPD, orthopedic OPD, cardiology, urology, neurology, and psychiatry. These all OPDs are available at the hospitals. Then second department is the emergency or casualty department. So as per the name, emergency department means in this department patient need the immediate care. Okay, so mainly there are variety of patient who need the immediate care or emergency care. So victim of accident, if there is any chronic accident, so they cannot go at the OPD or any other department. They directly contact or they directly consult at the emergency or casualty department because they need the immediate care. Then patient with cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest means heart attack. We can also said that if any patient with a cardiac arrest or heart attack, so they have to direct consult at the emergency department because they need the emergency care. Then patient with breathing difficulty, if any person is suffering from breathing difficulty, so they cannot go at the OPD. They directly go to the emergency department because at that there are several staff or there are several medications or treatment which are available, or patient get the immediate treatment or immediate care. Then mainly the emergency department is located in an area which is easily accessible to patient. Mainly the emergency department is situated in that area of the hospital. Through patient can directly reach there. Okay, if emergency department is at the end of the hospital and no one can found that, though there are several problems which can occur. Patient may be die as well. Okay, so emergency or casualty department should be situated at the that area through patient can easily accessible there. Then should have sufficient medical or nursing personnel. Okay, in emergency or casualty department, there are sufficient staff should be available or sufficient doctor. Okay, if there is not any doctor or there no not any staff is available at the emergency department and any emergency is come, so what happen, patient may be die because of lack of treatment or lack of care, because that patient need immediate care. Okay, then supplies and equipments and facilities for meeting. Okay, there should be adequate supply which are available at the emergency department. The next department is a inpatient department or IPD, inpatient service department or IPD we can call. So in that patient need a continuous observation. Patient who have a certain diseases or the diseases which are long-term diseases like TB, then uh, cancer or such diseases like diabetes or hypertension. Okay, so this all disease need a continuous observation. So patient who require continuous medical care and attention, those all people are admitted at the into the inpatient department or inpatient service department. So in that department, patient is stay overnight or for several days or weeks or months or for diagnosis, treatment and therapy. Mainly patients are admitted in the hospital for the different types of therapy because they cannot provide the adequate care to the patient at their home. Okay, because in the home there is not any type of facilities are available. Okay, so in the hospital, patient is admitted for the continuous observation or examination. Okay, if he or she is suffering from any chronic disease, so they are admitted at the hospital for overnight, maybe that for several days or for weeks or for months. Okay, it is according or on the basis of the disease condition, and patient get patient get adequate treatment, adequate therapy, or adequate diagnosis at the hospital. Then patient are given the facilities for lodging, medical and nursing care. Okay, so in the IPD department, patient can get adequate care. Okay, not only the medical or nursing care, but they are also providing the lodging facility, means patient get adequate supplies of everything which he or she needed. Okay, like bed, then cushion, then linen they will provide. So all the things they are providing for the patient. Then which services are available in the inpatient department? So there are dietary services, pharmacy services, other paramedical services like radiology and laboratory. Though these all facilities are also provided in the inpatient department. The next is a nursing department. So consists of nursing service and nursing education services. So in the nursing department, patient can get adequate nursing services, or the students who are studying, so they also get the adequate training. Okay, or proper practice. So in that department, students are posted, and at that they can get adequate knowledge regarding the medical field. So most it is a most important department. In that, head is a nursing officer or nursing superintendent. Then which are other personnel, so in that, assistant nursing superintendent, then nursing supervisor, head nurse, staff nurse. So these all staff are available in this nursing department, and all nurses should possess registration or license to practice as a nurse in the hospital. So if any person is practice or get training in the hospital, so they should have a certain registration or license about the medical field. Without it, they cannot get practice or training from the hospital. The next is the nursing education services. So in that attached the nursing educational institution where the nurses can get education, then like nursing courses like ANM or GNM, BSc nursing, post basic BSc nursing, then MSc nursing. So in that in this department, the all nurses can get training or practices. They also do the teachers of that institution give the certain they demonstrate certain procedures and also some treatment they teach to their students in this department. The next is a paramedical department. So in that laboratory is included. So in the laboratory, as we know, there are several investigation which are done, like urine investigation, then blood investigation, then feces investigation. Okay. So these all type of tests are done. Blood test is done, urine test done, feces test done, sputum test. Okay. So these all tests are done at the laboratory. Then there are other different sessions like hematology, then biochemistry, bacteriology, parasitology, pathology, or blood bank. This all services are also available at the paramedical department. Then next is a radiology. So in this department, it is also included into the paramedical department. So in the radiology, there in this department, X-ray or radiological examination are done. CT scan, then X-ray, then MRI. These all procedure and examination are done in this department. So radiological examination and treatment are provided to the patient. This department should have safety precaution to prevent radiological exposure to the patient and the staff of the hospital. So in this department, they also maintain some safety precaution. They also wear some gloves, then some kits to prevent from radiation to the patient as well as the staff who is posted in that department. Then next, in the paramedical department, the dietary department also included. So as per the name, dietary department means something related to diet. So in that meets the direct requirement of the patient. So the patient who needed the continuous dietary services or care, okay. The patient who have a nutritional problems, okay, malnourished baby, if there is, so they all needed dietary services or dietary care. So in this department, all the services are available, like special diet are served according to the condition of patient, okay. The patient who is admitted in the hospital, so they are providing the diet according to their disease condition. For example, if any person is suffering from hypertension, so they are provide the diet which is low salt diet. Then the person is suffering from diabetes, so they are providing a low sugar diet. So in this dietary department, they kept in mind this all small thing, okay. Then dietitian is a responsible person for this department. Mainly this department is running under the instruction of the dietitian, okay. So dietitian is a main and responsible for person for this department. The next is a paramedical department. So in that other department is included, that is a pharmacy department. So as we all are know about the pharmacy, so we can get such medications and IV fluids from this department. So this department is strong responsible for storing and dispensing medicines and IV fluids. Okay, as I said, we can get medications and IV fluids from this department. Then other department which are also available at the hospital, and that are administration and accounts. Okay, in that department, all the billing process are done. Then housekeeping. So the soiled and contaminated linen are washed in that department. Then maintenance, so all the inventory, okay, all the things, how many things are in the hospital, how many articles, how many instruments are there, so all these things are maintained in the maintenance departments. Then CSSD and laundry department. So laundry department, in that there are several staffs which are also posted at this department. Okay, so here we completed the department of hospitals. So and also the topic hospital